And welcome back again to the Spicy Sports Show with Sam Sorn and Tom Crane, coming to you live from Portland, Oregon, and the tundra that is Pennsylvania. We're sorry that we disconnected. Again, my laptop's acting a little funny today. So we're going to go back strictly to the south where we were earlier. So I'm just going to kind of click through everything where I was. UNC and Middle Tennessee State heading on. Okay, perfect. So we were at Cincinnati, UCLA, I believe, and then Tommy, you said you had UCLA beating Cincinnati? Is that
correct? And then we moved on to Wichita State and Kentucky.
That's where we were at. See, this is why you're the best. Yes, no problem. So, again, a couple years ago, Wichita State got upset by Kentucky when they were undefeated, but now the tides are turned where Wichita is the lower seed and Kentucky is the high seed. Do you see any retribution, where any possibility where Wichita State can revenge that loss from a couple years ago?
Absolutely not. I am going to go Kentucky on this one.
UNC Middle Tennessee State in my Sweet 16. It's going to be a pretty hard matchup for Middle Tennessee State. That being said, UNC wins it easily. Tommy?
I have UNC versus Butler in mine, and I am going to have UNC in a much closer match.
Okay. And then finally, UCLA, Kentucky. It's going to be a really good game. I think this might be the game of the tournament. These two teams played early in the season. UCLA came out on top. I'm picking Kentucky barely to beat UCLA. Tommy?
And I am going to flip-flop that, and I am going to say UCLA barely.
Okay. And then finally, UNC Kentucky, 1-2 again in this bracket for me. I hate John Calipari, but I'm picking Kentucky to get to the Final Four.
I am absolutely not choosing UNC on this one. I am picking one of the balls to actually make it to the Final Four, and I am choosing UCLA.
So just to round it out, I have Gonzaga. Starting from the top, I have Villanova, Iowa State, Gonzaga, and Kentucky. And Tommy, what do you have again?
And I have Villanova, Kansas, Gonzaga, and UCLA.
Perfect. Now we're just going to go straight pick them Final Four right now before we get to their final topic of the day. For me, I have Gonzaga and Villanova. I'm picking Villanova to get to the national championship game once again. It's a tough game, and I'm glad Gonzaga will make it to the Final Four finally. But experience for me at this point is such a huge deal, and it's hard to repeat. This is Villanova to make it back to the championship game. Tommy?
I also have Villanova versus Gonzaga, and I am actually going to go Gonzaga over Villanova by the slimmest of margins. It's going to be a hard-fought battle. Both teams are going to give it their all, but I still think Gonzaga will still be able to pull it out.
Iowa State, for me, in my matchup against Kentucky, it's going to be a great matchup to watch. That being said, I think Kentucky has the star power to get to the championship game, so for me, Kentucky will take on Villanova. Tommy?
For me, it was Kansas versus UCLA, and I believe that the Bruins will be able to make it to the national championship over Kansas. So I am picking UCLA against Gonzaga in the national championship game.
As I mentioned at the beginning of the show, Tommy, it's hard to repeat as a national champion. The players that you lose, the expectations placed upon you, the target on your back each and every night to be the best team in the country. For Villanova, this is a hard-fought season. They played in one of the tougher conferences in the country in the Big East. They weren't that talked about as much, but they went under the radar and surprised everybody. And that being said, they're at this point to repeat. And for me, I will be with that 25% that picks Villanova to repeat as national champions over Kentucky. Final score for me, I'll go 76-70.
For me, I do not have Villanova making it to the national championship. I have Gonzaga and UCLA. The Bulldogs versus the Bruins. And when it comes down to the national championship game, everybody knows that it's the biggest pressure, the biggest stage for a college player. When it comes down to it, Gonzaga will beat UCLA, and I feel like the pressure from Lonzo Ball will actually hit him hard, especially if his dad is right behind him shouting crazy nonsense like he has been for the past couple of weeks now. Gonzaga will be the national champions this year, and my final score will be 64-63.
Ooh, wow. That's a closer one than I thought. So, again, to recap, Tommy has Gonzaga over UCLA, 64-63. I have Villanova over Kentucky, 76-70. So that is it for the bracket. Final topics of the day. Tommy, do you have any?
What it's like to prepare for a snowpocalypse.
There we go. Perfect. I will figure out mine in the next 3 minutes. So, that being said, here is Changing Me, Bobby Green, Sean Michael Murray on the Spicy Sports Show with Sam Cerrone and Tom Crane, the March Madness edition on Spreaker Radio.
Black cars take me far, but don't take me
And welcome back to the Spicy Sports Show with Sam Cerrone and Tom Crane, coming to you live from Portland, Oregon. And I don't know, Tommy, are you still alive with the snow?
I'm still alive here, Sam.
Okay. Good.
I'm doing well.
Okay. Man, what March Madness is always a time of year where things get exciting and things get hectic. Not like the snow or Tom's experiencing, but still hectic nonetheless. Because you have all these office pools you get pulled into, all your friends want to play, and the winner's probably not even going to be someone who knows March Madness like you or I, Tom. It's probably going to be some woman in the office named Sue that's picking him because green's her favorite color. It's just how it works. It's just always how it works. So, without further ado, our final topics of the day. Tommy, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first this time.
Okay.
Alright, so my final topic is how to survive your next snowpocalypse. So, there are 5 essential things that you need to have in your house, home, apartment, domicile, cardboard box that will help you survive through snowpocalypse. First thing that's important is before anything else, stock up on coffee.
Okay.
Obviously, this is extremely important item because you have to stay awake during apocalypse. You have to stay warm. And if the power lines get weighted down, you don't want to be in an unfortunate situation of having coffee beans that can't be brewed via a French press or non-electric maker. Sure, yeah. For me, on the other hand, I would prefer hot chocolate. So.
Okay.
Number...
Oh no! Looks like we lost Tommy. We gotta call him back. That's okay. It's been that show anyway. It's just been that kind of show where things have just gone off the rails. So that's okay though. We're getting him back right now. Here we go.
Hello.
You back, Tommy?
Wow, yeah.
Okay.
Back up.
Okay. That's okay. I was saying it's been that kind of show anyway, where things just didn't work. That's all right though. All right, you were at number 2, I think.
Number 2 was make sure your wine stash is adequate for at least a week. Now, I am a rum person, liquor by far, because it is quicker and also makes you warm and not as fattening as beer. So, make sure you have a rum stash as adequate for at least a week.
There we go. You want to stay skinny and inside? Drink some rum.
Exactly. Number 3, check that you have adequate birth control, especially those who have girlfriends, boyfriends, wives, husbands, grandparents, and all that stuff.
Yeah, man, you don't want to be making those babies when you're in the house for a couple of days. That's the easiest way to get it done.
Exactly. During any detrimental weather storm that happens, including hurricanes, thunderstorms, little sprinkles, you never know what the mood might change into. It could be an angry one or it could be a fun one. Either way, just make sure you have proper safety at all times during the storm.
Yep.
Number